to my channel. So today, a little bit of like a different lip option for me, but that's the whole point of this video. Today I wanted to film kind of like an alternative autumnal makeup look. So I've kind of stuck with warm eyes, but I went with kind of like a bluey grey lip. Orange really makes blue stand out, so I definitely wanted to keep it quite warm on the eyes, but do let me know if you want to see like more cool tone looks and stuff. It's all very matte on the eyes as well. We only use 2 eyeshadows, so it's super easy to create as well, and I'm really actually loving this lip. I feel like it makes my eyes look even bluer, so yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and let's get started. Oh, and before you guys ask, this like alternative bondagey type choker is from Regal Rose, and it is part of their new upcoming Halloween collection. I'm not sure if it's come out yet, but definitely keep your eye out for it.
I was feeling a full coverage glam today, so we've got to make sure our skin is prepped. So I'm using the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist just to really hydrate my skin so we can prepare for like a lot of foundation. And for primer, I'm using the Pearl Cosmetics Correcting Primer, and this is more of like a hydrating finish, so it feels really moisturizing on the skin as well. So just prepping our skin for the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick in the shade Golden. They sent this to me in this color, and I also picked it out myself, so don't tell me it's not the right color because it matches the color of my tan. And I'm just applying that straight to my skin, and then I'm going in with a flat top kabuki brush and just blending that out. Then I'm just doing my brows, and so many of you have asked for a brow routine, so I'm definitely going to film that one for you, and this is what they look like. And I've been really into sculpting out my brows at the moment, so I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Concealer in 1.5 and just, yeah, sculpting out my brows, kind of concentrating mainly the product under the arch of my brow and then blending it downwards. To prime our eyes, I'm using the Maybelline Colour Tattoo in Creme de Nude and just blending that all over my lid space and up into the concealer so it all blends out together. And then once I've applied the cream to both of my eyes, I am just going to go ahead and set them with powder so we are ready for eyeshadow. Speaking of which, I'm going in with the Makeup by Mario Master Palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills and taking the shade Isabel and blending that into my crease as our initial transition colour. I'm then taking a clean, fluffy brush and just making sure that the edges of the eyeshadow are blended seamlessly into kind of like the concealer, and so it's not anything harsh. Then I'm mixing the shade Isabel together with the brown shade, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, on a slightly more smaller defined fluffy brush just to further deepen up the socket. These are literally the only 2 eyeshadows we're going to be using for the whole look, so it's super easy to create. And then once again, going back in with that fluffy brush to make sure everything is blended together. Taking the shade Isabel, I'm using that as the lid colour as well, and just packing that on. It doesn't matter so much because we're using warm colours if it has a little bit of fallout, just because they're so much easier to get rid of instead of like blacks or cool tone colours, and because they're matte as well, it's not going to leave any shimmer. And then just going back in with that smaller definer brush and a little bit more of that brown shade just to make sure everything is blended together. Then I'm using the shade 5th Avenue as my inner corner highlight. Also, technically we're using 3 eyeshadows, but I meant just kind of like, you know, on the lid and the crease. And then I'm using the Illamasqua Precision Gel Liner, and I had such a struggle filming this, so I just went ahead and did that off camera. Then we are just prepping our eyes for false lashes, and these are the Esquido lashes in the style Stephanie. I'm obsessed. They are so fluttery and kind of natural still, and I have a discount code below. Then I'm using the Tarte, is it the Shape Tape Concealer? And I recently just got this and I love it. And then I'm using what is left kind of on my under eye just to clean up my liner as well, make it super sharp, and then just blending it all out with a beauty blender. And I use the shade Light Medium for my concealer. I list all the shades and the products down below, so don't forget to check that out. Then for contour, I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick in the colour Mink and just applying that to my cheekbones. Because it's really cool toned, I'm not going to apply it everywhere just because I only really wanted to contour my nose and cheekbones. But yeah, I'm just applying that directly and then using a duo fibre brush on my cheeks to blend that out, and then a slightly smaller duo fibre brush to blend out my nose contour. Once we've applied all creams to our face, I'm going in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder just to bake underneath my eyes and then use the excess just to kind of set the rest of my face. This is just going to ensure that there's no creasing and our makeup is kind of locked in and isn't going to go anywhere for the rest of the day. These loose translucent setting powders are amazing as well if you have oily skin. For bronzer, I'm going in with the Cargo Cosmetics bronzer in the shade Medium on my favourite MAC brush and just applying it lightly over the places that we contoured as well as on my forehead and kind of on my neck area because this is just going to warm up our skin where kind of I didn't apply the contour. For blusher, I'm taking the Laura Geller Baked Blush in the shade Tropic Hues just to kind of tie in with the eyes as this has a really nice orangey warm tone to it, so it's going to really complement the eyes and the lips as well. I felt like being quite extra with my highlighter today, so we're taking two products. This is a strobing powder from Peaches Makeup in the shade Halo, and I'm just going to lightly apply that to the tops of my cheekbones as well as just above my brow and my nose and my cupid's bow. This was slightly more of a pinker undertone, and I did kind of want to add a bit more warmth, but it gave a good base for the next product, and this is the 24 Karat Gold Dust in the shade Gold by Jane Iredale, and oh my God, I love this highlighter. It is a loose powder, so it can be super intense if you spray it with like Fix Plus, but I did kind of just pack it onto my skin and then blend it in or like buff it into my skin, and I find that way it applies a lot better. Then back off to finish the eyes, I'm taking that initial colour that we used, I think it's the colour Isabel, just on a pencil brush and really smoking it out underneath my lower lash line and also connecting it back into the crease colours and the liner so everything kind of joins together. Then I just applied bottom lash mascara and then I decided to go in black on my waterline. This is from Zoeva. It's their soft kohl in the colour Noir. Obviously you can use whatever black pencil you want. And then these are the finished eyes, so something actually really quite easy, but I feel like it makes a lot of impact. Now onto the lip, obviously whatever lip colour you want, I felt like being kind of alternative, and I went with this bluey grey colour to complement the warm tones on the eyes, and also it really brought out the colour of my eyes, so if you have blue eyes, I definitely recommend trying this out if you want kind of like a different colour lipstick. But that is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye guys!